Well, you could certainly write code to do that very straightforwardly. And I'd be glad to share code if you were interested in. I could have one of my TAs cover that. It's pretty straightforward, and be happy to do that if someone wants to go like we can get that. You can't. I've requested that they support a median built in, but until that point, I think what you're dealing with is doing it using code from us or doing it by hand. There's no way to sort of add another category. I have, however, by the way, so we've had long discussions with AnyLogic about improving this interface, and there's some very concrete ways that, particularly when you're considering demographics and so on, just having easy ways to kind of break it down by different groups, and for a given group, sort of summarize it in different ways. Being able to quickly create a population pyramid, for example, would be kind of a nice thing. Additional statistics, measures of dispersion, et cetera. And I think they're all on top of this. So, I'm anticipating some pretty good support getting rolled out in coming versions for this. I'm really quite excited about that, actually. But right now it's a little bit painful. I think I'll ask one of my TAs to write a bit of code to do. Is Alex here? Alex would be a good person because he knows about that parameters. But we'll get someone to write this out. We'll have a meeting.
Can you add put that code in?
We put that code in.
And then you add a statistic and then follow that.
Yeah. So what we would do is we do it with dynamic parameters. You could take the median of whatever you wanted to take that. So if you wanted to take it at income, you'd be able to say in a very crisp way, sort of item.income. If you wanted to take it of the median of their education, level of educational payment, you can do it of item.educational payment. This would be a straightforward thing to do, and I think we should do it. Exactly. Exactly. I would love to do that. In fact, we're working with an AnyLogic model, among others, Repass model, or NetLogic model, and some custom coded models, which that include the Gini coefficient. So that would be a really nice thing to add in to get some support out there. These are exactly the sort of things we're talking also about AnyLogic providing native support for in a sort of set of constructs for health researchers and so on. And if you folks have more ideas, I would be delighted to sort of show you my recommendations, and if maybe you want to add a bunch more ideas in there, because I think there's some really concrete needs we have in the health space for certain constructs. And I love the idea of a Gini coefficient. That was not part of my request, and picking myself for not thinking about that. So we'll send the request back to the mothership through Scott. Okay, great. So thank you. So what we've seen here is statistics as a tool, a very powerful tool for deducing information. There are some shortcomings on the use of statistics. We've talked about some of them now. They don't provide universal support for a lot of even basic stats. Okay, but I would like to sort of show some of AnyLogic's additional components, not least because these are some things that, frankly, from my perspective, make AnyLogic competitive in its UI components with some other platforms. So, for example, NetLogo has very nice support for widgets and some sliders and graphs, and we'll show how we can easily construct these in AnyLogic, and it's a lot easier than for other platforms like Repass to build up these sort of custom components. So what I'd like you to do is go to main, and we're going to drag in a time plot. Okay, so we're going to